like that would be better, no? Like that?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do this right since I fucked up the first one.
How do you fuck up the first one?
Because I was supposed to ask 3 questions in the beginning, and then I didn't ask them until the end.
Oh, well, I mean, you could just say it like, oh, I ended up asking at the end.
Yeah. Alright, so first question. Who are you?
Alright. My name is Mafua Mendoza Neri Mamea. I'm 16. Hayward, California. I'm not gonna give out all the specifics right now. I'm just kind of living, trying to stay in a stable home, do my own thing, and make it out. Feel me? Make it out the trenches.
You said trying to find a stable home. What do you mean?
Why I say that is, well, I mean, I'll start from why I say that is. So I used to live with my dad for, when we moved here in Hayward for about 8 years, and I feel like after 4 years I started getting really depressed just because of the home life. It was like really toxic.
Yeah.
And my dad, he would always try his best, but it would always end up like, he's not the communicating type. And he would kind of go out on everybody in the house. And at the time, we didn't have the best relationship with each other. And it was like sometimes it was physical, sometimes it was just verbal abuse. And there was a point where I got fed up and I left the house because I wanted my own independence, because I feel like living with my dad made me really depressed. And, I wasn't happy for the longest time. And so I left, and I went to my friend's house for, I'll sum it up, like around 6 months. But living there, it wasn't the best either, just because little issues that went on along with it. And so I had to move out of there. And for a little bit I was homeless, like sleeping on the bench and shit. That's why I say like trying to find a stable home. But I got taken by I call her my auntie for a while, and then not too long ago I didn't have enough for rent, so I had to leave again. And I was homeless for not too long again. And then I went back to my friends, the Juans, and I was there for about a week, and I just moved back in right now, today. So that's what I mean when I say I'm trying to find a stable spot, and I'm just trying to work my way up there.
Yeah. Do you feel resentment or angry sometimes that this is like these are like things that you have to go through?
I would say a lot of that feeling that I get is usually whenever it's around my dad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I'm overreacting or if it's really just got that bad, but a lot of, not my hate, because I'm always going to have love for my father, but a lot of the pain that I feel is usually coming from him. And I feel like from him, because I mean, I'm happier where I'm at now, but there's always that feeling that comes back in the back of my head that, I don't really like him. And a lot with my mom too, that just goes on. I worry about her a lot, and that's kind of what stresses me out. I mean, that wasn't the question, but
No, it's fine. Do you feel love for your family?
do I feel love for my family?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't have family that love me. I have a lot of family. I have a lot of friends that I call family that I got love from. I always will feel loved and appreciated, but it's, I don't know. It's kind of off-putting to say it. It's weird because I would always have a family that, like, my dad's house, I'd have a family to go to, but it didn't really feel like a family. It didn't really feel like I got much love from there, but it feels like I got love from a lot of other people that are not really my blood family.
Yeah.
Like on my mom's side, they show me love. They'll talk to me, they'll call me once in a while, but for the most part, I'm feeling alone. I know my parents. I know that my parents love me. They've always showed that they care for me. My dad, I know I don't really like him, but I know he loves me. You know, it's just I feel like how he grew up and his past kind of reflected off of me, or it kind of came off on me, and he kind of showed me that side of him that he wasn't supposed to. And with my mom, she was always showing love to me. She would always call me damn near every other day to check up on me.
I guess I don't know how to ask you this, but do you feel depressed?
I would say there's times where I feel like that. And there's times where I feel like I really can't do nothing about my situation. And, I feel like sometimes I'll lose a lot of hope in myself. But I wouldn't say I would be depressed or depressed as a person because, how I was raised is I always find a way to get around that feeling no matter what. Always to push through and motivate myself no matter what kind of situation I'm in or put in or what fall I'm going through.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I'm depressed. I would just say, I get bummed, but that's kind of most of it. That's probably how I'd be feeling most of the time.
You said that you keep going in that answer. What keeps you going?
What keeps me going? Good question. I feel like just my thought of my whole future, I want to plan so many things ahead of me, and I want to have a successful, big life. I want to do a lot of things. I want to see a lot of things. And I feel like in order to do that, I can't just sit there and let myself be down by my situation. I feel like I need to be motivated in order to be doing that. And I feel like what keeps me going specifically is my mom, and my motivation is, a lot of it is my mom and just me looking back at myself and me looking at my lowest points in my life and trying to come from that and trying to see what I can do that's greater. And yeah, that's kind of it.
It's a fucking good answer.
For real?
Yeah. I guess from talking to you, you seem like a hopeful person, I guess. Do you think that you have hope in yourself?
I would say I have a lot of hope for myself and my future. Just based off what I like to do, like how I do things, how I move, how I carry myself. I don't never let nothing get to me too deep, because if it do, then I'm not gonna be able to proceed further than I want to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say I'm a hopeful person.
Shit, it's cold up here.
I know, bro.
You said that you'd like to plan out a lot of stuff in your future. What are you doing now
What am I doing now?
to achieve that?
What I'm doing right now is kind of a lot of physical things that I gotta do, Not a lot of mental that I gotta get off, but a lot of it is just, bills, money, working, a lot of physical things.
When we were talking earlier, you said you did music, but you haven't like put stuff out there.
Oh yeah, music. That's a good topic because music, I feel like when I write stuff, it's kind of a form of me expressing my feelings, Like, in some of my songs, I'll write stuff that I've been through. I'll write stuff that I've experienced. And I feel like it's an outlet of, expressing my feelings because, to be honest, I don't really have that much people, or not really people at all, that I can really talk about my feelings to.
Yeah.
So I'll put them in a form of music, and I'll just put whatever together. Like, if it sounds good, I like it. If it don't, then I don't. But, it's my music, and it's a hobby, but also kind of like a journal, When I'm on my phone and my notepad, I'm writing these lyrics, that's kind of my form of like a written journal,
Yeah.
Like when I'm writing these lyrics, coming up with it, it's also my thoughts and what I've been through. I feel like that's also expressing how I feel, just like on my phone, I like to tell my little stories in my music, and I wouldn't say I want to do it as a career. I would just say like it's a hobby, but I would take it seriously if it gets good,
When you were doing it in the room, I'm like, how the fuck has this dude not recorded this shit yet? I'm like, I went to go get this little microphone thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you not recording this? I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, you think it's good?
It's fucking good, dude. I just think that you just need to record it, put it out there, and keep going. If it helps you, even better.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I'm gonna get everything situated, start recording. It's gonna be good. Watch. Hopefully it pops up, on social media and all that. But I'm not really stressed about it if it don't. I'm just grateful I can do it.
It's good that you have a outlet to channel
how I feel.
How you feel and shit. Because if you keep that shit in, it's not good.
Yeah.
Should I cut you off, didn't I?
Nah, you're good. It's just cold, dude.
Yeah.
It's hella cold. But keep going.
Oh fuck. Fucking rock. I guess. What do you want to talk about?
What I want to talk about? Let's talk about you.
No.
Why not?
God, no, please.
Why not we talk about you?
No, this is about you, man.
Alright, well.
We can talk about me later, I guess.
Alright.
If you want to.
Alright.
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind is... What do I want to talk about? Let's talk about... a lot of the times that I guess I wasn't the happiest. Because I do talk about how, I had those moments, but I never really got in detail on how I felt when I had those lowest parts in my life,
Yeah.
Like, at my father's house, it was I'm not going to expose or nothing, but it was a lot of verbal abuse. And when I say that, I mean, I would be told, you're not going to be nothing, you're worthless, you're not shit, you're never going to grow up to be nothing, just like putting words in my mouth as well and just downing me all the time. And at that young age, since elementary, it was like, as well as getting bullied, because I would also try to be cool at school, a lot of it was because my dad would always say these things to me at the house, and I wouldn't feel happy. And when I'm happy is when I'm feeling, like that kid at school, all cool and shit. And I also just got bullied since from elementary to, I would say, freshman year, and that had me really depressed for the longest time. And there was moments where I didn't even want to live. I was feeling suicidal. It was like I would be on the verge of trying to, off myself because of how I felt. I don't think I've ever said that. Yeah, it's just, there would be moments where I try to, I would think about it. And a lot of moments in the lowest points of my life where it was just like I couldn't take it. During that, it was hard. I left my dad's house, homeless, sleeping on a bench. And just that feeling, like I'm really living on a bench right now.
Mm-hmm.
It just has you feel so like guilty it had me feeling guilty for no reason. Like I did something wrong. Like I was the issue. I think you brought this up earlier. Like I felt like it was my fault my dad treated me like that. When it really, I wouldn't say it is or it wasn't. Those points in my life really had me thinking really hard about what to do and how I'm gonna handle it. And at the time, it was just so stressful because I've never been put in any kind of situation like that. I've always had that like home I could come to, a nice bed I could sleep in, nice plate of hot food, plate of food I could eat. And like when there was days I didn't have that, it impacted my life a lot, and I feel like it made me who I am today. And those moments I ain't gonna be ungrateful because I'm grateful for what I have. I'm a real strong believer in God. I ain't gonna be in that topic though. I'm not gonna bring all the religious stuff up, but I'm blessed for what I have, and I'm thankful for what I have. you know, whoever's listening, shout out to my mom. She spit game and told me how to carry myself and how to talk and how to, you know, push myself out there and be a bigger person. Like my mom said, don't be a follower, be a leader. And I feel like that quote has always stood by me, you know, by my side my whole life. And I feel like it got me this far, and I feel like I need to go further with it.
Your mindset is mind blowing, because you told me all this shit, and I'm like, how the fuck are you still here?
Thank you.
It's dope, man.
It's my mom. What can I say? She for real got me here. Yeah, but thank you. I appreciate it.
You're a dope guy, man.
Thank you. You too, man. You got me feeling a little better now that I can, you know, talk about how I feel and where I'm at, and you know, it's good. It feels good to release it, you know, get it off my chest because it felt like a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Even that part where I said, like, feeling like, you know, just ending myself. I never told that to nobody, and letting that out just felt like a big release, you know.
I'm glad that you felt like you could tell me that.
I felt like it was the perfect moment to. I mean, if I'm gonna talk about my life, I might as well talk about everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more stuff I didn't get to mention, but I think you want to do them next time.
Yeah, but I guess the two last things. I'm glad that you're still here.
Thank you.
Like, honestly, if nobody's told you that, then I'm glad that you're still here.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you made it through all that. I feel like you're gonna do dope shit, man.
For real?
Yeah. Just watching you in that room, I started recording you. I was like, this is gonna be on some fucking documentary one day. Watch. This guy's gonna fucking do great shit.
I hope so. I hope it gets that big. If you do it, dude. That'd be awesome, dude. But this shit is dope, though. I fuck with your YouTube thing. Because what you got going on, this is gonna be a cool ass video. I swear to God, it is.
Fuck, I'm nervous as shit.
Why?
Because this is like the first time I'm doing this.
Really, like face to face
questions with like
well,
people.
I mean, you need to do it in order to get the experience, to build the confidence to do this. So, yeah. I mean, I feel like my tips to you is just make yourself uncomfortable so you feel comfortable, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what you're doing, right?
Well, fucking last question, and then I guess we can just end it.
It is good.
If you could say one thing to the world, what would it be?
Let me think on that, because that's kind of an important question. I would say, don't ever let your lows drag you lower. I feel like that's helpful.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say. Alright, well.
How long has this been?
I don't even know.
27 fucking minutes.
Are you serious?
Serious.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.